These days, the onslaught to our freedoms seems to be relentless, with the latest being central bank digital currencies. Now, with over 100 of the world's governments planning to push central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank, as well as the turmoil with other banks such as Deutsche Bank, governments see this as the perfect time and the most opportune one to introduce this all-encompassing Big Brother surveillance tech. Living up to their motto of never let a good crisis go to waste, the increased fear of bank runs and the growing calls for more government controls to prevent another Silicon Valley-style event has created the ideal opportunity for governments to ride in and offer us the promise of a rescue with CBDCs as the solution. Now, on a side note, I don't know who's calling for more government control. I sure as hell know it's not me. And the last time people responded by acting out of fear, look where it got us. Now, just like 15 days to flatten the curve, get ready for the big con by big government of the ways that CBDCs are going to make the world a much better place. Big con number one, CBDCs will protect you from social media bank runs. Governments are likely to seize upon and magnify these fears of social media bank runs as they push new regulations and proposals, of course, in the wake of the Silicon Valley Bank collapse, which the government helped orchestrate, and they're likely to position CBDCs as the solution. But be on the lookout and weary of suggestions from officials that CBDCs are safe. Wait a minute, safe and effective? And immune to social media bank runs. While such promises may soothe citizens' fears of bank runs, or those fears of people who actually believe this crap, this fear will be replaced with something far worse for those that embrace CBDCs. Programmable money that allows the government to dictate when, where, or if citizens can spend their money. Deja vu truckers bank seizing, perhaps? Big con number two, CBDCs will provide financial stability. Get ready for governments to capitalize again on the fear of financial instability and use the narrative to push new rules and regulations that will supposedly provide this financial stability. I sort of remember like social distancing, masking. They'll likely blame banks for creating financial blowups, insisting that governments need more control over the financial systems and present CBDCs as the tool that will bring financial stability. Now remember, with Silicon Valley Bank, folks, they were regulated by said government. Those that fall for this delusional fantasy will be locked into a system that's anything but stable. Instead of bringing financial stability, CBDCs will force citizens into a constant state of financial uncertainty where they never know when the rules about how they can spend their money will change or how significant the changes will be. Just think 15 days to flatten the curve. Well, if we can only get this many people vaccinated, well, if the daily infection rate, yeah, you get the drill. Big con number three, CBDCs should be used for customer deposit protection, for your protection, folks. Many governments have already cited making direct payments to citizens as one of the main use cases for a CBDC. If more banks fail, expect governments to start increasingly focus on CBDCs as a solution for those affected customers. But be on the lookout for governments urging citizens to download CBDC wallet apps during times of financial uncertainty. They'll likely assert that this is a more streamlined or efficient way for customers to have instant access to their deposits in the event of bank failures. While CBDCs may provide some short-term convenience during financially turbulent times, citizens that choose CBDCs will be sacrificing, trading their freedom and privacy long term for this short term convenience. Once they've been ushered into this system, they'll lose their ability to transact anonymously and only be allowed to spend their CBDCs on government-approved purchases. Oh, you want to buy that boost? Nah, not so. You want to go to what? You want to give money to a church? Are you crazy? Oh, the truckers? You want to support for Citizen Freedoms Group? No. You can't use your money that way. During the last major crisis, the COVID pandemic, in case you've forgotten, governments leveraged uncertainty and fear of the virus to push dystopian surveillance tech such as contact tracing, vaccine passports, and digital IDs, in case you forgot. Expect them to use the same playbook when pushing CBDCs. Actually, they'll likely push it even more aggressively. Governments are likely to use talking points that tap into people's fear of losing money during times of economic turbulence and use false promises of safety and stability, remember, safe and stable, to lure citizens into a CBDC system. Don't be fooled, folks. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Governments have already made it clear that they plan to strip users, that's you and I, of their financial freedom and privacy by imposing CBDC spending limits and controls and removing anonymity. Wow, that sounds real good. Don't fall for the con. Remember, these are the same folks that brought you all the other previous stuff for the last 3 years. Social distancing, mandates, masking, and did unprecedented damage to the economic and social fabric of nations worldwide. There's only one thing you need to tell these diptards when it comes to CBDCs. No, hell no. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can also follow me on my Rumble and my Locals account. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. And check out some of my other past videos. And by all means, throw in your 2 cents worth. It's free. And I'll see you next time.